Do you know what's the worst feeling in the world? It's when you give 110% to something, but your hard work doesn't pay off in return. So instead of blaming luck, I've gathered 13 reasons that might be silently contributing to this. Number 13. Imagine I ask you to hit a bullseye with your eyes closed. Can you do that? Of course not, right? No matter how skilled you are, without seeing the target, your chances of hitting it are very low. That's what happens when you don't have clear and specific targets in your life. And there's a big difference between clear and specific targets and vague ones. For example, a vague target would be, I want to lose weight. On the other hand, a clear and specific target would be, I will lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months by exercising 4 times a week and following a healthy diet. Now ask yourself, what specifically is the target for which you are working so hard? If you don't have a clear answer, this could be why your hard work isn't getting you closer to anything. Number 12. Let's say you've got your goals and targets set, but for some reason, things still aren't working. Well, the problem could be your strategy. Think of it like building a house. You can work as hard as you want, but if you're using the wrong blueprint, the house won't turn out right. The same goes for your efforts. If you're working hard, but your plan isn't right, you'll probably have a hard time getting the results you want. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. Sometimes, a slight change in your approach can make a world of difference. Number 11. Do you feel busy all day, but at the end of the day, you still feel like you haven't accomplished much? Well, we all get the same 24 hours in a day, but some people seem to achieve so much while you're still stuck on the starting line. This often happens due to poor time management, which is a common problem that can make even your hardest work feel like it's not getting you anywhere. Sometimes we spend too much time on things that don't really matter. Imagine a student who spends hours highlighting notes but doesn't spend enough time actually understanding the material. They're working hard, but not in the way that counts. Number 10. We've all experienced this. Working non-stop without taking a break because we think that's what it takes to succeed. But in reality, working too much without taking breaks can actually make things worse. Burnout is real, and it can hit hard. When you're burned out, you don't get much done, and all that hard work starts to feel like a heavy burden. Imagine trying to run a marathon without taking a single water break. You'd eventually collapse, right? That's what burnout does to your mind and body. So if you're feeling constantly exhausted, it might be time to take a break. Number 9. No one likes to hear that they're doing something wrong, but feedback can be a game changer. If you're not open to feedback, you might keep repeating the same mistakes. It's like trying to fix a car without knowing what's actually broken. You're just guessing. Sometimes a fresh perspective can show you exactly where you need to improve. And that tiny adjustment, based on constructive criticism, can take your hard work from almost there to nailed it. Now, the next point is so important that almost all of us fall prey to it. But before we look at it, hit that like button, as it really boosts my motivation to keep making great content for you. Number 8. You might feel like you're working very hard, but are you really focused? Or distractions like social media, endless notifications, or even just random thoughts keeps you distracted. If your focus is divided across too many tasks, none of them will get your full effort. A research suggests that it can take around 15 to 30 minutes to refocus and get back to the same level of productivity after switching tasks. This is called task switching cost. Number 7. Have you ever set a goal, worked super hard, and then gotten disappointed because the results didn't come as quickly as you thought? That's often due to unrealistic expectations. Success rarely happens overnight, and expecting quick results can lead to frustration. Think about planting a tree. You water it every day, but you don't expect it to grow tall within a week. you know it takes time. The same goes for your efforts. If you're constantly expecting instant results, you might overlook the gradual progress you're making. Number 6. Hard work within your comfort zone can feel good. It's familiar and doesn't push you too much. But real growth often happens when you step out of that comfort zone. Imagine a student who always studies the same way but never tries new methods, even when their grades aren't improving. They're working hard, but they're not challenging themselves. The same goes for any task. Playing it too safe can limit your progress. Sometimes, stepping into the unknown is what leads to real success. Number 5. Passion is what fuels us to keep going, even when things get tough. If you're working hard on something you're not passionate about, it can start to feel like a grind. Think about it. When you're passionate about something, the work doesn't feel as exhausting. You're motivated, engaged, and driven to push through obstacles. But when that passion isn't there, even the smallest tasks can feel draining. So, if your hard work is not paying off, ask yourself, is this something I'm truly passionate about? Or am I just going through the motions? Number 4. You've probably heard the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. While your skills and hard work are essential, networking can open doors that hard work alone might not. Think of it like this. You could be the best at what you do, but if no one knows about it, opportunities might pass you by. Imagine you're a talented graphic designer working tirelessly on your projects. However, if you don't attend industry events, join online communities, or connect with other professionals in your field, you might miss out on job offers, collaborations, or referrals. Building relationships can connect you to resources, advice, and opportunities that can make your hard work more impactful. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you won't miss out on any of the good stuff we've got coming up. Number 3. It's easy to believe that taking on more responsibilities means you're working harder and being more productive. But there's a limit to how much you can handle well. Think of it like trying to juggle too many balls at once. Eventually, one or more will drop. When you overcommit, it becomes hard to do well in any one area. You might be busy, but that doesn't always mean you're getting a lot done. Sometimes, doing less but focusing on the important tasks leads to better results. The idea here is that quality matters more than quantity. Number 2. You might be working hard, but if you're sticking to old methods that no longer work, you might find yourself stuck. The world changes, and the best ways of doing things change too. For example, think of someone who's been in the same job for years, using the same techniques, while newer employees are succeeding by adopting the latest technology. If you resist change, you might miss out on more efficient ways to achieve your goals. Number 1, we all get lazy or distracted sometimes. But if you find yourself constantly delaying tasks or losing focus, that could be why your hard work isn't paying off. Imagine a student who plans to study but keeps pushing it off until the last minute. No matter how hard they work the night before the exam, they won't get the same results as someone who studied consistently. Self-discipline is about keeping yourself on track even when you don't feel like it. But there's one problem that won't let you keep yourself on track. That is constantly falling into the trap of procrastination. And escaping this trap becomes easier when you understand which type of procrastination you're falling into, which we've discussed in this video.